Support for today's episode comes from Dame Products, a sexual wellness brand with the goal of closing the pleasure gap for people with vulvas. And I personally love the versatility of all the products. If it says it's a G-spot vibrator, you can definitely use it on your clit, your nipple, your neck. It's so many options, all right? And as a Boonie Breakdown listener, you can receive 10% off your purchase by using the code Boonie10. That's Boonie, all cap letters, 10. So head on over to dame.com to get you some new products. If you forgot, details on how to purchase can be found in the show notes and on the BoonieBreakdown.com. Hey y'all, it's your girl Boonie, and you're listening to the Boonie Breakdown podcast, your source for all things responsible and ratchet. All right, welcome to this week's episode, everyone. I am excited because we're in episode 230, and our guest today is none other than our homie, our friend, our sister girl, Shika. Now, this conversation, y'all know how we do, because we got to talk about dick. You can best believe anytime that Shika and I are on an episode, we're going to talk about dick. But we talk about dating younger men. Maybe now just looking at dating apps for dick, and not necessarily for relationships. Unforgettable dick, bored pussy. And what age do we officially get to become cougars? Okay, so stick around. It's fun. It's ridiculous. And you're going to enjoy that conversation. But let's just hop right into my pick of the week. My pick of the week is low-key fun events with your friends. I feel like a lot of times we get so caught up in fucking social media and doing shit for the gram. And as much as people will not admit, a lot of people do shit for the gram. You want to be seen. You got to record it to make a reel. You got to tell other people you had so much fun. You got to show everybody how fucking good you looked. And the other night, I just hosted like a really laid back, cool game night. And when I tell you we had a fucking ball, right? A fucking ball. I think I posted one thing to the Insta story, but we were so caught up in the moment, just playing games, like literally laughing until we had no breath, laughing until we were crying. And I just say all of this to say my pick of the week is to not overthink how you decide to spend time with the people you love, the people that you connect with, the people that you have building memories with that will last you a lifetime. Don't overthink it. Keep it simple. And I think that was a refresher to me, because I even said last week how I wasn't even trying to do anything for my birthday because it had become so daunting, and I had appreciate COVID, getting slowing it down a bit, and it take the pressure off of me just saying I don't want to do anything for my birthday. So keeping it low key sometimes is the best medicine, right? Don't overthinking it, and you can have a fucking ball without spending a lot of fucking money. Because I think we all just brought $10 in a bottle and had a fucking blast. So laughter, low key events, just asking you guys to rethink how you look at things sometimes, because your girl Boonie just had to do it too.
Housekeeping.
Come back later, please.
Housekeeping.
Not now.
All right, we're in housekeeping for this week. Feedback from episode 229, 38 better do me fucking great. I appreciate it. Sometimes, during the solo episodes, I always make them short, sweet, to the point, because I feel like I start to ramble, I don't know. But I was happy that so many of you had some good takeaways, and I got a lot of good messages in my DMs about I shared it on my page, a little snippet about seasons, reasons, and lifetime, right? And I think we've been fed that line so much. And I think the one iteration that, we always take away is that we get caught up in that season. So someone said, Boonie, your explanations of seasons versus reasons really touched me. I think we get so afraid sometimes of inviting someone back in our lives. Yes, not saying be stupid and forgetful what happened in the past, but sometimes people are just seasonal. You may only talk to them in the summer, and that is what it is. But I think we put so much weight on people, and so many people are going through so much. So just give people a break, trust them for what they are, see them for what they do, and act accordingly. So if you have not checked out episode 229, solo episode with your girl, go on back and check out last week's episode. I also know that's my annual birthday solo episode. And so my next point is I just want to thank everyone so much. You guys are so sweet and so kind. You sent me some really great DMs. You commented on a post. You sent me cash apps. Some of you bought merch. And I saw some of you were sharing the podcast like I asked you to for my birthday. And so thank you, 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 thank you. I also just want to reiterate, I have not read some of the 5-star reviews that came through, but if you did not do it, I'm still taking belated birthday gifts. So you can head on over to Apple Podcasts, hit those 5 stars. You could type some words there. You can head into Spotify and search the Boonie Breakdown. If you don't listen there, hit those 5 stars. And I greatly, greatly appreciate it. I know we finished 2022. I just did my podcast Spotify wrap up. In 2022, we ended with all 5-star reviews over on Spotify. So that is great. I appreciate you so much. So if you listen on that app, really, 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 really would appreciate you just hitting those 5 stars. All right. And, you can follow us on social media at the Boonie Breakdown on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, Pinterest. We're just at Boonie Breakdown over on Twitter. And, we like it when you put it in your Insta story. You send a link to the group chat. You put the little snippet that I share in your story. Get some discussion going over on your pages. You guys don't even know how much those little simple actions help me get a new listener. I get messages all the time. My friend sent me this link. Oh, my friend told me this. I brought tickets to your live show. So those referrals mean so much more than anything I could ever do or make or say. So again, thank you guys so much for everything. So that is it for me. Let's get ready to break it down. Hey y'all. So we have the homie, the sister girl, Shika is here this week.
Hey y'all. How are you?
Right now, I'm a little hurt. So I don't know. I say the most, but it wasn't a lot. But I did a lot of movement during this birthday week. And even right here in this eye, you see the little crow's feet. And so I wasn't really doing much. I just feel like I said in last week's episode, the pandemic just took the wind out of my sails and like wanting to plan something. And so people, like a couple of my friends were like, well, you got this house, girl, like just have people come to you. And I'm like, you know what? That works. So I had people come here and it was a little intimate crowd. I cast in that wide because I was so last minute. And I was just like, whoever shows. Right. Girl, when I say we laughed and had refreshments and libations, and now I'm really just going to be on the couch all day.
You deserve it. You deserve it.
I definitely do. So it's funny because we were in DM and I can't remember what I had posted, but we started talking about, we were talking about how all we've been thinking about is dick.
Oh.
And I know we talked about this a little bit the last time you were on here. And I was just like, I'm just going to have to cave. I'm just going to really just have to add some new dick to the rotation and cave. And I've been having this discussion with friends recently, like, but just like where like these niggas talk and you don't want to give them no pussy. And it's just a lot. And so I think this is going to be we got to talk about this now.
Okay.
I feel like and don't judge me because I know it's a lot of back and forth on this topic with us, me, you,
right,
everybody. I think I'm going to download the apps again, but not the deep breath.
Okay,
but not for the purpose of meeting someone, but for the true purpose of people have 100% success rate for dick.
That's smart, actually. That's actually smart. Because your expectations are different. So I haven't gotten there yet. A couple of more months of this life and I might be there. But I won't say never. I support you. I won't say never. I support you. I get random bouts of dick, as you know, and things. Sometimes I just feel like the universe just wants to give me just a little sprinkle to hold on just a little longer. So
I think because I'm going to speak my truth here. This was my first dickless birthday of all of my 30s for sure. Really? Probably 20s as well. And wow. I'm just like, what kind of shit? Like, I'm not giving up hope because it's still my birthday week. But like, you know, it could happen. But I really was just like, shit, the roster is a little dry. Now, granted, there's always somebody that you could always get dick from somebody. But some of the dicks that are attached to the people, I just don't want to deal with them or message them or talk to them. So I'm kind of like, you know, it's not an option, actually. It's not.
Yeah. Well, I mean, that's an impressive run. I remember, I don't know which birthday it was, but I do remember the first birthday I felt like I didn't have birthday dick and I was offended.
That's how I feel. I feel like my feelings are hurt.
Yeah. But then I just let it go, kind of. So
yeah, I'm not going to give up hope yet. Like, because I'll dot my I. I'm not going to give up hope yet, but it was a little like when I said it last night. And here's the funny thing. People left my house dumbly and I was still litty because I kind of like floated.
Yeah.
The way I paced out my refreshments. And so I was floating a little bit. So after everybody was gone, I had went upstairs and washed my face and did all that shit. I shot a text out, like a SOS, like, never fuck this person, but you know what? Some dick is better than no dick. I know they hot, right? Because, like, this is somebody who's been wanting a shot for a long time. So I finally sent the text, bitch. I don't even know why I played myself. First of all, it's 3:30 in the morning, okay? One of my neighbors is having this jumping ass, lit ass party, like still bumping music 3:30 in the morning. Mm-hmm. And I was like, oh, yes, let me do it. Girl, I swear it was one of those ones. I said it. He responded. I sent my address. I must have literally went to sleep as soon as I sent my address.
I've definitely done that.
He was here.
Yeah, no. Yeah.
And ringing. He rang the bell like 4 times. Yep. Mad text messages. And I saw them when I woke up at 10:30 this morning. So as of this recording at 2:15, I still have not responded to him. And partially because I'm mad that now I had that little moment of weakness as I was also intoxicated, inebriated, all of those things. But now I'm like, damn, now he know where I live.
Yeah. You know, I think about that, but, you know, I've been blessed, knock on wood, that nobody's been like a lunatic. You know what I mean? But
that's true.
I can't remember. That's fucked up because now I don't even remember who this guy was. But I feel like it was in this year. I must have been out somewhere and met him. I don't know. All I know is that I remember I was looking at my camera and it was like he was ringing the door, but my nigga was out there for a minute, like hoping that I was going to cut it. I'm looking at the camera and it was all the videos he was in them. I was like, oh, that nigga was out there like 10, 15 minutes.
No, he was out there for a minute. And like the way he paced, the last 2 doorbells was real close. Like he must have went ding, ding. And I was dead to the wind. So I wasn't hearing anything on my phone because Do Not Disturb was definitely on. Yep. And I didn't hear them doorbells. And sorry, homie. So like, I don't even know how to respond to that. I've never been the girl who's fallen asleep on a dick appointment SOS.
I think that was the first time. Oh, I just remembered who he was. I did. I met him when I left your fucking live show, exiting off of 295.
See, look,
way home.
People always meet somebody after the live show.
I forgot. Now I remember what it was. Oh, his nickname was Solar Panels because in addition to he was trying to holler at me, but he also was trying to sell me solar panels. And I was like, my nigga, it is not a 2 for 1. Okay.
It's not pussy and solar panels.
Right. It's either pussy or solar panels. You cannot have them both. What the fuck? Like, what the fuck are you talking about?
I also love how women nickname
Oh, I've been doing it. That meme, I mean, little meme was going around and it floated in a group, in our group text. And it was like, yeah, because in college, everybody had a nickname. Everybody.
Yeah, no.
That's how I identify people, especially men, though. It was really a lot for men to get the nickname. And this is definitely something that it was somebody called Crescent from San
Like Crescent Rolls?
No, like a crescent face. He had a moon face. You knew this guy with his jacket. Like he was, I feel like he wasn't in our year. I don't know, but he used to like
not a crescent face. But you know, I know the face you're talking about, like the Moon Man from the McDonald's people.
Yes. But he used to walk with like, oh my God, I hope nobody knows or tells it, whatever. He would wear like his jacket and hoodies like kind of off his shoulder and zip because he was kind of like real buff up top. It was just a lot, and it was definitely giving Crescent. So that was just
that's hilarious. Okay, so have you ever? This is so random because you mentioned school. Have you ever fucked somebody after you left college that you did not fuck in college?
Give me a second. Yes.
The answer for me is yes.
Or it might wait, maybe not.
You sure?
I might have fucked them in college and maybe fucked them afterwards, but I don't.
Okay, that's fair. But no, I have a. Yeah, I definitely
homecoming every year, and it wasn't like I never had like homecoming hotel or nothing like that with nobody. I don't think so. And if I did, I'm so sorry if I forgot. Like I smoked a lot.
Oh no, it was forgettable.
Listen, I be high, y'all. Like,
oh my God! Like, would you feel a way? Has this has never happened to me, but I think I would feel a way if you ran into someone that you knew in like you knew in real life, you fucked them and you ran into them and they had no recollection of you. Would that hurt your feelings?
I feel like maybe initially it would, but I think I will understand because I've come to accept sometimes with me and like sex and men, it can be very disposable. So like it's not. It doesn't.
Yeah, I think it
big deal. But if it's somebody who knew me, okay, that is offensive. That probably.
Yeah, I'm with you. Like if it was a toss away where it's like, I barely even I don't even count you. No, but if it was somebody who was like I held in high sexual regard, and they forgot about me, I would feel a type of way.
Yeah, and I think it's because I don't think what came to mind once I was like, yes, no. The instance, I think an attempt for sex happened, but it didn't actually happen. Oh my God. It's kind of like, I feel like neither one of us act like it happened. So it's like, no, it didn't happen.
And what really pisses me off too is like, I hate forgettable ass dick that won't let you forget them.
Oh.
Like, and I also like, I have a couple of folks who it was a couple encounters, nothing long and tawdry, but I did it a couple of times because in my mind, I just could not believe that this person was fucking me so incredibly bad. Right. Like I was just like no, you too fine. You too this.
Exactly who you the fuck talking about.
Like, I know.
I remember how disappointed you were. No,
yeah, I got a couple people like that where it's just like the dick is forgettable as fuck, but it was so bad that I can't forget them. Like, and they won't let me forget because one of these people, it's been almost damn near a decade. No, it's been a decade since we fucked easily. And I will run into this nigga on occasion and he'll still be like, oh, so what you doing later? And we pull through. And I'm like, nigga, we fucked like 2 times and the shit was fucking terrible.
Maybe it's a podcast or something too. Cause like
you think so?
Possibly like and maybe not completely, like it's probably just his personality, but I feel like, how I leave things, especially if we fucked or whatever, is like I'll be cordial, but like I'm never gonna talk to you about us fucking unless I'm trying to do it again. So I can't even think of times that niggas really like do that.
I think that's a key point that you just
and
said.
it was terrible. Yeah, because I act like,
That's a
bitch.
key point. Like, niggas will keep trying to press you to have sex, but my nigga, if the sex was hitting, best believe you will hear from me again. You will hear from me again. We are going to fuck again.
There is this one guy.
Uh-oh.
But it wasn't bad. But we had sex once, but we knew we were going to have sex. Like, I feel like that was probably the last person I met from the app. He didn't even live here, which I didn't realize because I wasn't paying attention to travel mode being on. My dumb ass.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's a key tip for me because if I struggle because I don't necessarily like Baltimore dudes.
Yeah.
But I need somebody close enough who's willing to drive and fuck me. Like, that's really where I'm at right now.
The thing is, like, he was in my mile range probably for like a couple of days, but I was like, oh shit, you don't even fucking live here. But I will say sometimes, like, he'll respond. I feel like the last time I posted my hair or something, he responded to my Instagram, but it was definitely like a video of him like stroking his dick. And I was like, I mean, thanks, because I did used to enjoy when you sent those, but like also, I don't know what I'm gonna do with it. Thank you. Don't even fucking live here. I literally was like, love, like the little double heart.
Oh, that was nice of you.
Yeah. Because like what?
I also hate unforgettable dick who brag that they fucked you. Because, okay, let's talk this out.
I don't know if anybody's ever done that to me. So let me hear it.
It has happened to me once. And I denied it. Because I didn't like some of the details that were said. I'm like, no, this nigga really had to say something.
Oh, because it was given like you were in the room.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So, like, this nigga had a stenographer in that motherfucker and was out somewhere and had the bitch read back the minutes from the meeting.
Wait, he told a woman?
He told it was a woman and a guy. It was like a group. And so they listen.
Call him the groupie nigga then. What?
I don't think that they listened, so they might be like, "Oh shit, the bitch was lying." But I denied it vehemently. It was not me.
He went play by play though.
It was kind of like a play by play, and it was all high praise. Like, it wasn't
right, but still,
but it was still just like, "Ew, nigga." Yeah, I don't like my name in the street.
I don't know. I have no idea. Somebody let me know if a nigga's boasted about me. Y'all, some of y'all know me. Tell me. Thank you. I just want to know. I just want to
send a DM.
Yes.
Let us know.
Or myself. It doesn't even matter. Send a DM. My page is open, I'm sure. But yeah, that's interesting. I don't know. I don't know why men do shit. I don't know why people do shit like that, because I've heard of women doing that too, but
that's like the thing.
Running their mouth to somebody. And then it's like, it's always fucked up because then it gets back to the person and it's like, damn, what if I had fun with you? Now I don't want to fuck you again.
Now I can again because you got loose lips, my nigga. Yeah, no. I just I was thinking about it because I recently, the unforgettable dick I was talking about before, like pulled up in the DM, and it's funny because I sent a screenshot to our dear problematic fave, kind of like, oh, this is my greatest dick appointment. dick appointment. But he was like, you're a fool. But I was like, no, he really is my greatest disappointment. Like, I really had high hopes on that one. And
yeah, no,
Can I just say your hair looks so cute?
Oh, thank you, child. It was out yesterday. I washed it yesterday. I had my wash and go, but then I have to like put it up to sleep, and then my hair's so fucking fine. It's gonna be flat, and so I have to like. I was like, let me just.
Yeah, I gotta do my hair myself, but I'm being lazy today. I just don't got it in me. That was such a random.
Yeah, we were like.
I'm like,
am I one of those Sundays? Okay.
I'm like, am I still high? Like, because that thought just came.
Might be. And I am getting there. This is my first time smoking today. And I was like, who am I?
No, I'm really like, wait a minute. Am I still high? I was talking about this too, because I think we talked about this in the Patreon Discord as well. What's the youngest you would date and fuck?
Probably 30. I want to say 28, 29. Like, I want to give it 10 years, but I think going down it's 30. I met somebody.
That's the thing. I feel like my
3, and I was like, I mean, okay.
I feel like my fucking age and dating age are different. Like, I kind of feel like I need to try out a young boy with some good strokes. So I may go down to like 27.
Right.
Yeah. Okay. Date, I would not go past 32-ish probably.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, at this point, it's a gamble either way.
Because like, when do you become a cougar?
I feel like you got to be at least 40, mid 40s. I mean, if cougar like mid 40s, and maybe it's like a 20-year gap.
I want to, okay, let me see. I just Googled cougar age chart. Oh, shit. Somebody got a whole ass chart.
No, listen, that was a smart Google choice. I felt like you was going to get good results. Like,
it says
keywords.
It says you have to take your partner's age. Hold on. I got to go to the website now, y'all. It's like a whole graph. Because it's Friday, the dating equation. According to internet lore, there's a mathematical equation that governs the lower bound for the socially acceptable age of a potential dating partner. It's half your age plus 7. Okay. So half my age. Oh, that's moving into scary territory. Okay, hold on. Right. 38 divided by 2 is 19 plus 7. 26. I love that.
It's 26.
Oh shit.
But I will say too, like, I mean, you know, my nephew is 28, and so like I watched like a lot of his friends and stuff grow up, and I've been around like they seem like cool dudes, you know what I'm saying? Like a little they got some sense. I think you will have, at least if you want to looking for somebody to have sex with, I think you could go a little younger and it can be okay.
Okay, so the half your age plus 7 rule. I'm okay with that. Now, I wouldn't again. I would fuck a 26-year-old for sure. But I don't believe that I would date a 26-year-old. Oh, Is that toxic? Am I going to get canceled for saying that?
No, but I think if you make that decision, though, it's going to, I don't know if this sounds crazy, but I feel like if I made that decision and I know that, I would also have to accept the fact that I might end up fucking falling for the 26-year-old I'm fucking. Like, it just
think so.
It's possible. I don't know. Because let's say I feel like sex is very important to us. So, but I also feel like I know I can compartmentalize. It doesn't have to be emotional, but just say he's a decent 26-year-old though. And like you say, you can have.
Because there's so many.
I mean, no. But it just seems like, no, I would say this though, because I feel like my little wellness boo, I know he's young. I don't know how young, but he'd be looking at me and it'd be always like he has to say something to me. It'd be like, it started off from the I like your hair, because I like your hair every time. And I'm like, nigga, sometimes this shit look crazy. Okay, but thank you.
But he ain't know what else to say.
Yeah, but then he graduated to like, you know, hey, how are you? One time I was in this line, he mans the self checkout area. Then it's like, hey, how you been? And it becomes a whole thing now. And I'm just like, and he's cute, but I'm also like, I don't.
Mm-hmm.
It's risky. I'm like, I don't know. I will give it over 21. I hope I would be correct, but I would give it over 21 just because of the times he will work. I'm like, obviously he's not like in school.
Yeah. Cause that's a good tip right there. Cause I think like after 8:00, the children who are in high school can't work or something like that. At least in the state of Maryland.
Yeah. So I'm just
that's a good tip.
I will see him sometimes in the early morning, typically work in the morning, sometimes during the week. I was like, so maybe he's not in, or the middle of the day. unless they have early let out.
Can
But
they do that? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think so. But I was just like, okay, so I don't think he's in high school, at least. I was like, maybe 21. I don't know.
Do you feel like it's anyone out like that's like too old for you? Like, what's your too old?
The niggas who be at the Legion. I won't be my homegirl. I told you the Legion. Those niggas love me. And they had their little holiday party. That's why I told you I couldn't come out because I told her I would go and support her there. And I like to watch the old people interact. They be dancing and having a good old time. They're very cute. But like this old man, matter of fact, it's a picture.
Oh shit.
Because I was sitting by myself at the table. The photographer did not try to take a picture of me at all when I was sitting by myself. This man came and sat next to me with his little gold blazer on.
He was a cat daddy.
It was giving cat daddy. He called me a bad motherfucker. I said, "Well, thank you." I don't. Then the photographer come and take the picture.
That's the one thing I will say. Like old men got game though. They got that old school.
Oh, he got me drinks, and it was just like nothing. Where's this picture? Because then he asked the photographer to take a picture with his phone.
Man, girl, you on that man Facebook page somewhere?
Probably. Look. Not even 24 hours ago. That shit was sharp. Doing that. Not that old. That's so funny. Wags me at. Oh hilarious. God, not that old. Like probably. I can't. My brother's turning 50 soon, so I don't think I could go above 50. Like I will have to fight my brother. I feel like I said this before. Like over 50, even though I hang out with my brother and his friends, and like they're a couple friends or whatever, and it's cool, but I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, I keep saying 50, but 50 just seems so old.
And maybe it's because my parents still in their 60s. I don't know. It's
because like my mom
closer to them than me.
Yeah, Siri, shut up. Talking about, I'm not sure I understand.
Nobody talking to you, Siri.
She just can't. She nosy. My Siri is a British man.
Oh,
yeah. I think I say it, but it's like, damn, nah, I can't. So I think somewhere in the 40s. Mm-hmm. But like, wouldn't that be some shit like the love of your life? What's that thing when they always say like the celebrities who are cougars, like your soulmate not even born yet?
Oh my God.
Could you imagine? Like your person being born right now and you meet them in your 50s.
Right.
They're 20.
No. And I feel like the men too around, well, see, maybe the men are in their 60s then.
But then it's like, what is it about? Maybe did Brian talk about this? Because I'm like, what is it about men that like younger women, right? We see all these examples, especially in Hollywood, where men really teeter a fine line of you're fucking disgusting.
Yeah, and it's like at some point, or maybe where they are now, the age gap doesn't seem crazy, but it's like when you go back and think about at the time they started dating, it's like, okay.
Because you could never talk in years.
Yeah.
Even when I dated somebody who was like 11 years older than me, it was so fucking gross because it's like, okay, 11 years is not a lot, right? So like most of the conversation flowed, but then he would say shit like, yeah, in 96, I was at my second job and da-da-da. And I'm like, right. I'm like, in 96, I was in the 6th grade.
Yeah, I talked to a guy.
That kind of should be weird.
When I was 25, though. So like 25 and 35, it was like whatever. But there is a part of me that if I look back on it, it wasn't nothing long lasting on it. I'm kind of like, I feel like he like played a certain manipulative card, and not that I on some stupid I fell for it shit, but I remember he would always bring up or always be like, "Oh, you don't really like me. You don't really fuck with me," like that type of thing. And I was like, "My nigga, like, what are we doing?" And I met him Essence Fest. Like this first time I went to Essence, we were the youngest.
Oh, Essence.
There. at 25, but you know, he was like around us the whole weekend. It was like, that's what was my boo for the weekend. We did nothing there, but he also didn't live in DC or Maryland. I think he lived in Delaware.
No, I did the same thing when I went to Essence. You were there when I met my little Essence tender.
Mm-hmm. No, you definitely can pull at Essence. Yeah, but I don't think, and the thing is, we stopped talking and we ran into each other. And that was like the one time we had sex. And I was just like, oh, well, we're here now. Like, you know, I was like, oh, look at the universe. Like, just go ahead. But and he was here because he had family here or something. But it was again, I can be very disposable in that way. So after that, I was just like, I don't expect
dispose of these hoes.
I know.
Don't have to work on it.
It's no, not when it's because I think I do it when I'm supposed to.
Come on, discernment.
Right. It's giving discernment. Like I had a little rendezvous not too long ago. And I remember I asked this person, I was like, oh, where's your car? And they would say something like, oh, I don't drink and drive. And I was just like, I feel like that's not answering the question while also being in a lie. And I'm going to finish this night out, but this already lets me know the type of motherfucker you are. So this is it. You know what I mean? This is it.
Listen.
And I was just like,
listen to that gut, because that's when you save yourself. That's when you save yourself. I'm telling you, the few times the first times I've curtailed what my gut told me is when I got fucked up. So listen to your gut. You be knowing, we be knowing.
It's the hell.
We be knowing. I was going to show you something else, but now my screen, I must have deleted the screenshot. Damn.
Oh.
Shit. Oh, well.
Yeah.
That sucks. Okay. So I was going to say to you this is something else. So I recently have been having, Sex and the City. So remember in Sex and the City when Big had moved to California, but then Carrie and him were like accidentally having phone sex at night? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've been kind of doing that with somebody that I used to fuck who's moved away. And we've been having like phone sex.
Oh.
Yeah.
I mean, do you think it will materialize, or are you okay with that part, just it being like a fun thing?
I don't know. I kind of just like it being the phone thing. And I do think phone sex is so interesting because it requires a lot of imagination and creativity in the moment, right? Because you're doing enough to get the person aroused, also yourself aroused.
Yeah. But
it's all verbal. And I do like that because this person has a Droid. It can't FaceTime, right? And I refuse to download any other app. It's like, download WhatsApp. No. Get an iPhone. So yeah, it's just all been verbal and it's been really hot. And I feel like it's been like back to the basics. I haven't not done phone sex like that in a good little while.
So funny. I don't think
maybe ever. I think it's all been FaceTime, but go ahead.
The first time is so, oh my God, it's like full circle moment. I think that is my first experience with phone sex with the guy I met in New Orleans. And that was back at 25, there was no fucking FaceTime. Nobody had FaceTime at 25.
Damn, don't say shit like that. I sound old as fuck.
I mean, who would be the first iPhone? 14 years ago?
Yo, you're right, though.
17 years ago? I don't think when we were 25, people really had, I might have had a black.
No, I think at 25, definitely probably had. I probably had like a Palm Pilot or some shit. That little
shit, or the Windows Phone or some shit.
Yeah, some bullshit. Yeah.
Some bullshit. But yeah, so we used to do it on the phone. And I was like, I had never done it. And I was like, oh, I like that. But I don't know if I've done it since for real.
Yeah, it's so refreshing. I kind of like it because it's new. And I think
is it via text?
No, it's all
Yeah,
phone call.
like phone. Yeah, not like
And I like it because it's the
texting.
pacing of it. Because like sometimes in text, you put your phone down, if you come in. So you was hot 10 minutes ago. Now you gotta get yourself back. But I really like the phone, and then like hearing his voice, hearing him like I just like all of it. Oh my God, it's really sexy. So I kind of like don't want to have sex with him if the opportunity arises. But I said condo, but knowing that if it did, I would fuck him for sure. But I'm just like, this is pretty hot, and I don't want to ruin it right now.
Yeah.
Kind of where I'm feeling it. Yeah, that's where I'm feeling it right now. So
it's a little something, just a little sprinkle, a little razzle dazzle.
A little.
Yeah, I feel like it's kind of like the universe, like you still.
Yeah, like that's the thing. It's like I know you can get dick on anywhere, and I think it's the level of like trying to have some discernment. Like, do I really want to fuck you, or am I just horny? And I think sometimes a lot of men make out, it's just like, I just really just want to fuck. So it gets to be you. And I just think I cleared the bench way too much because I think that's the thing. I don't feel like there's anybody around that I haven't fucked that's like, come on, let's get this out the way. But I'm just going to do it now. So
I'd be fucking strangers.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. So
like I'm one of them vibe bitches type shit. Like I don't really recycle in my past like that. So
I see. Yeah, I run it back a little bit, and not with all of them. It's very a small amount.
I have very few, and then a lot of people that like maybe I have had sex with in my 20s, like we might be cool, but we're like friends now, and it's just kind of like it doesn't need to cross that. So I haven't really done that a lot. I'm not gonna. That doesn't mean I haven't done it, but I haven't done it that much. So I tend to just end up having sex with new people, and sometimes it's a gamble. Sometimes it's a one and done. Like not because it's bad or because it's whatever, but for me, it's like it's a moment, and sometimes that's enough.
Sometimes
I feel like I go for me. I be doing motherfucking missions of no sex. Like I be going a minute like without having sex. A lot of times in life, I've done 9 months several times, a year, or maybe I only did a year once. But
yeah, I've done a year once.
I've done a lot of 9 months. As I'm getting older, or sometimes it seems like at 6 months, I might have a break where it's just like, no, I gotta.
Yeah, I implemented
opportunity comes up, and it's just like, okay, well.
I had implemented a 90-day rule, but not in the sense that people think about 90 days. Most people say, I'm going to make him wait 90 days. No, my 90-day rule is I have to get fucked at least once every 90 days, if not more, right? And so for me now, after doing that year bullshit, that was my 90-day rule. When you creeping up on that 90 day, like don't ever let yourself get to 90 days without being fucked.
No, I get it. I would get to 9 months. It wasn't 6. Yeah, it was 9 months. I would get to 9 months a lot, and then it would be like, ta-da! But 9 months is damn near a year. Like it's 4 months away.
Yeah.
3. Wow.
Yeah, it's tough.
And
people don't believe it. Like I really think people don't believe, and clearly based off that exercise I did with my Instagram audience, where I was asking people like how long. And some of those answers were mind blowing to me when they were like 10 years, 7 years. And I'm like, whoa.
Yo, I ain't going to say I couldn't. I could do a year. I know I could do it. Like a year could happen again. I feel like
I sound like a fucking bit in jail.
It is because it is even like, and honestly, the first 3 to 4 months are where you be like, yo, this real life. That's when you be counting this shit. You be like, oh, it's been 3 weeks, 4, 6, but that many years, like multiple, like 4 or 5 years. No, I'm not that type of person. I don't have it in me, basically. Like, I don't think. And some people do. And I listen, I commend people, stay out the bullshit. It's a mess. It's a mess out here. But I think that's too why when things do come around, like I can kind of tell if it's something I need to do again or not. And just from the feelings, like, is this about to just be some shit and then you just be fucking this person and then now you're doing this situationship again? Do you really want to do that? Maybe not. And I just feel like,
yeah, it's like, are you bored or is your pussy bored?
right. And it's just like a lot of times my pussy is bored.
Yeah, and I think it's a valid feeling to feel the boredom of your pussy.
Yeah. The boredom of your pussy is so funny.
Like, what is bored pussy like? The evil? Dry.
No, I feel like bored pussy is eager. And just be like,
bored pussy gets you in trouble.
Yeah.
Because you always, when you're pussy bored, that's when you make dumb decisions or you bend the rules. The bouncer has left. The door is open and unlocked.
Guilty.
Bored pussy gets you in trouble.
Guilty. And it's I don't, it's funny because I don't know what it is, but I feel like I've kind of always been that way. So I don't know.
You just a bored pussy hoe?
No. No, I don't think it's that, but I think in those lulls, maybe. Because again, if I'm not dealing with somebody, like I haven't dated in some years. So the last time I was dating, I stopped dating. Well, yeah, I was dating when COVID came, but it also ended when COVID started. So it's like, shit. Months went by, you know what I'm saying? So it's like at that point, it was just like, oh, if I had a little fun, then I just like had a little fun. But during COVID, I wasn't fucking around. So if I actually did something with somebody COVID, I was like, oh, we're going to repeat this because I can't go back. You know what I mean? We're out here. So, but I think it's just in my spirit sometimes if it sprinkles, and I can feel it. Sometimes some shit I'll walk away from, but some shit I'm just like, you know what? Let's see.
You know, I had made a wish on one of the many birthday candles I blew out. And I laughed because I had told somebody, they were like, what'd you wish for? And they're like, you're not supposed to say. And I was like, well, one of them for sure was some good, steady dick. That's what one of the wishes was. And they were like, well, like, what you mean? I said, it's been a long time since my pussy fluttered. Like, the butterflies in your pussy. Mm-hmm. And I want to feel that feeling again. Like, I haven't really met someone in a while who made the pussy flutter. And so that was one of my many birthday wishes.
I hope you get it too.
There's nothing like when your pussy flutter and she jump. Like and it's like, it really is like that meme where it's like, down girl, like, what you see, girl? Because sometimes it tells you, and sometimes those can be fruitful endeavors in relationships as well.
Yeah. Yep. Sometimes. Yeah. I mean, you listen.
So here's, what'd you say?
I said I took a dive. And I've experienced, I wasn't hurting for sex, I don't think recently, but I was just like, oh.
I'm gonna
there's somebody who can still get it, that it might, she'd be like, yes, ready whenever you are, thank you. So.
Oh no, it's definitely not. No, it's about 2 niggas on that list.
Mm-hmm.
It don't matter the moment, time, or day where I am. If I saw him again, it's on and popping.
Yeah.
And it's low key, the lowest of keys. I feel like one in particular, because I have not seen them in person in quite some time, that I would be curious that if that moment ever arose or the opportunity ever presented, like would I feel?
Oh, that's exactly what happened to me. I was very curious.
Yeah, I'm like, what would I feel?
I think
because I say that, right, because it's all based off of the memories.
Right.
But then to see the person, the opportunity actually presents itself, would I still feel the same? I don't know. Because sometimes you romanticize shit, right? And you forget all of the yucky shit. You just remember what that dick do.
Yeah. It was, I mean, I feel like I just felt it in a moment and I was like, go. And I didn't regret it. So.
Well, that's good.
Yeah. Just like, this feels, and I just like, it felt away. Like I felt something. I was like, oh.
Yeah. That is my charge.
Yeah.
And wish for all of the ladies who listen to the pod who are single and trying to still have meaningful and fulfilling sex lives. In 2023, here's to no more bored pussies and pussy fluttering.
Yes.
We want butterfly pussies, not bored pussies.
Yes. That's what we want us to fly and flutter.
Yes.
And it just, people can't deny that, like, if you have at least some sort of connection with a person, that is just different.
Yes. 100%. So that's my wish.
We can do it.
For all whose ears are listening. That is Boonie's wish for you. I'm sharing my birthday wish with all of you. So,
yeah.
All right, boo.
Yeah. All right.
Any final thoughts?
No, I was just thinking, I think that's a really good wish because sometimes we attract awful people.
Say it again.
Sometimes attract awful people.
We do. It's kind of scary.
It is scary.
Because you really don't be knowing motherfuckers.
You don't be knowing. And then once you know, you're like, oh, wow.
And that was... Listen, that was like that clip that that's going around with Michelle Obama. And it kind of, I said it frightens me. Like when I hear clips like that about marriage, because I do think marriage sometimes has been romanticized a lot. Mm-hmm. But sometimes when I hear clips like that, I'm always just like, really?
Yeah.
Like you didn't like, y'all been together 30 years, but you ain't like the nigga for 10 of them? And so I just feel like marriage is so much work to wake up and always choose to pick that person every single day, even when you don't fucking like them. And I'm just like, yeah, I'm not there yet. I ain't never met a nigga yet that once I stopped liking them, I would want to keep picking them. So that's a whole nother conversation for a whole nother day. But
let's save that one.
We'll circle the black on it. So, well, look, thank you, Shika girl.
Welcome.
All right, that is it for this week's episode. I want to thank the homie Shika again for coming on, enjoying laughter. We will definitely put a pin in that conversation and circle the block on that last topic. All right, we ain't forget, but if we do forget and we don't do it in a while, then somebody remind us because you know how we do. All right, be sure to support our sponsor, Dame Products. You can use the code Boonie10. That's Boonie all cap letters 10 to save 10% on your purchase over at dame.com. Yes. That is it. You guys know, I'm already telling you, this is the one episode again. Y'all, this time of year, y'all should know my schedule if you've been listening. So next week we have, our responsible fave. We're doing our favorite albums of the year. So stick ready for that episode. All right. And if you enjoyed this episode, I encourage you to listen and subscribe to the podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Amazon Music, Stitcher, Google Podcasts, iHeartRadio, YouTube, or any of the apps that you listen to your favorites on. Don't forget to leave us a 5-star review over in Apple Podcasts and Spotify. You can hear your review on the next episode. Follow us on all social media. Share the episode with those you love, those you don't love, those you fucking hate. And don't make these pretty images for nothing, okay? Have a dope-ass week. Stay healthy, safe, and sane. Thank you for listening. And remember, the ratchet in me always honor the ratchet in you. Namaste. Until next time.